Alrighty, so first example today, we have to solve this, again, order of operations. We know our parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract, that sort of thing. So just a reminder, again, what that looks like. Parentheses, that's all grouping symbols. Then you deal with exponents. Multiply and divide as you come to them, from left to right. And then add, subtract as you come to them from left to right. And if you're inside a set of parentheses or grouping symbols, you treat those as well as a whole separate problem using these rules. So let's get started here. I don't have any grouping symbols. Do have some exponents though. 4 squared, this means 4 times 4, which is 16. Bring down the minus 3. 16 minus 3 is 13. And if you hadn't caught on, by the way, these are straight out of off your worksheet for today's homework. So if you haven't grabbed a copy of that, do that. Also, get a copy of these squares and roots and cubes handout I have, which is kind of a cheat sheet. Go ahead and pause here, head back into class kick. Your turn to work one. So hopefully you've worked this one in class kick. So again, there are no grouping symbols, so we're straight on to exponents. 5 cubed means 5 times 5 times 5, which hopefully you do know is 125. Plus add on 5 more according to this. So we end up with a grand total of 130. Go ahead and continue for more examples from me. So here we have the square root of 169. You can cheat. You can look at your sheet if you want to, but it's asking you. So if you remember, square root means what number times itself equals 169. So what you hopefully know is that that's perfect square. 13 times 13. So the square root of that is definitely the number 13. Go ahead and pause. Head back into class kick for another one from me. Or you get to work one, rather. That's what I'm trying to say. You go work one, then come back. So again, square root of 64 means what number times itself equals 64. Alrighty, so again, that means what number times itself equals 64. Well, we do know that 8 times 8 is 64. So the square root of 64 is the number 8. Continue for another example from me. Alrighty, so here we have a couple of them to deal with. First, let's again, so there are parentheses, but really those parentheses are telling us to square this number. So we kind of have to work from inside out. So we talk about the square root of 121, that is 11. Bring down the squared stuff, plus the square root of 900. Now I'm going to go ahead and square that 11, which brings us back to 121. The square root of 900 is 30. 30 times 30 there. Then we go and add 121 plus 30 and get 151. Pause, head into class kick. Your turn. Well, now we're having some fun. We have cube roots here. Cube roots. And as a reminder, cube root means what number times itself like 3 times equals 125. So, but first we have to deal with some parentheses here. So let's take care of that fun first. So we're going to bring down this stuff. 3 times the cube root of 125 plus, we have 2 plus 7 is 9. Square that. So we've got 3 times the cube root of 125 plus 9 squared is 81. Now let's take care of that cube root part. Cube root of 125, 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So 3 times the number 5 plus our 81. Told you these were fun. And 3 times 5 is 15 plus 81, which is 96. There you go. Your homework's to finish up this worksheet. Answer keys at the end for you.